Arthur had always been a man of purpose. For 42 years, his days followed the steady rhythm of work, early alarms, commutes, meetings, and the satisfaction of a job well done. Retirement, he thought, would be a long-awaited holiday. But as the months passed, the quiet in his house grew louder. The silence wasn't peaceful, it was an echo of a life that had lost its familiar cadence. He felt invisible, as if the world had moved on without him. His house, filled with photographs and mementos, became a museum of memories. Yet surrounded by these silent witnesses, Arthur felt profoundly disconnected from the people those memories were built with. The past felt like a foreign country, and he was its only inhabitant. Many of us, after leaving behind the roles that defined us, find ourselves adrift. The daily interactions and sense of being needed fade, replaced by a strange loneliness. Arthur would sit in his favorite armchair, the television murmuring in the background, feeling a pang of something he couldn't quite name. It was more than boredom, it was a sense of being archived, put away on a shelf. He had a lifetime of knowledge and stories, but no one to share them with. He was a storyteller without an audience, and the silence was his only reply. The change began on a drizzly Tuesday afternoon. Arthur's granddaughter Maya was visiting, working on a history project. Out of the blue she asked, "Granddad, what was it really like when you were a boy?" The question was a small stone tossed into the still pond of Arthur's afternoon. He hesitated, but then began to speak, about the milkman's horse-drawn cart, the thrill of seeing the first television, the smell of his mother's baking. He painted pictures with his words, reliving the memories as he shared them. This deep need to guide and pass on what we've learned is called generative concern. It's not about ego, it's about connection. When Maya asked, she unknowingly tapped into one of Arthur's most profound instincts. As Arthur spoke, Maya listened, truly listened. For the first time in a long while, Arthur didn't feel like a relic. The simple act of being heard had ignited a spark in the quiet echo of his life. That afternoon with Maya planted a seed in Arthur's mind. The feeling of connection lingered long after she left. He realized his stories were a gift, a part of his legacy. This led to his legacy project, a simple notebook and a good pen. His mission was to record his life, not for fame, but for his family. A legacy project can take many forms: a journal, voice recordings, photo albums, or video diaries. The goal is to gather the threads of your life and weave them into a tapestry others can understand. Start small. Arthur began with the story he told Maya, then wrote about his first car, the day he met his wife, and more. Each memory unlocked another, and the notebook became a companion. This process is more than nostalgia, it's an act of self-worth. By creating a legacy project, you build a bridge from your past to their future. You offer your loved ones a map to understand where they came from. You share the wisdom you've earned and the love that shaped you. It's one of the most personal, lasting gifts you can give. Your story matters. When Arthur shared his stories with Maya, something remarkable happened. A process called neural coupling. As Arthur described his childhood, the sensory parts of his brain lit up. Maya's brain mirrored his, experiencing the story alongside him. Storytelling doesn't just convey information, it transmits experience. This is the science behind empathy, forging bonds deeper than facts. For the storyteller, sharing memories releases oxytocin and dopamine, hormones that foster trust, connection, and pleasure. So, when you tell your story, you're not just talking. You're aligning your brain with your listeners, creating a shared emotional reality. You trigger a cascade of hormones that reduce stress and increase happiness. Your stories are a tool for forging real connections. It's a beautiful built-in feature of being human. As we age, we worry about our minds, focusing on what we lose, but we overlook our greatest asset, crystallized intelligence, the wisdom and experience we've gathered over a lifetime. Telling your story is a cognitive workout, forcing your brain to forge new connections between old memories. Research shows that older adults who regularly share life stories experience slower cognitive decline. Narrative reminiscence can help stave off dementia. By using the knowledge you've gathered, you maintain the health of your brain. Your stories are not just memories, they're mental maintenance. Think of your mind like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it remains. Recalling and shaping your life stories is a full-body workout for your brain. Arthur, in writing his notebook, was investing in his cognitive future. Your stories keep your mind as rich and active as the life you've lived. As Arthur worked on his notebook, his sense of self became clearer. By revisiting the chapters of his life, he saw a thread running through it all. He wasn't just a collection of events, he was the protagonist of his own story. This is called narrative identity integration, making sense of our lives by weaving experiences into a cohesive narrative. Arthur's perspective changed. Hardships became stories of resilience. Grief became a narrative of love and legacy. He saw his life as a complete story with a clear arc. This brought him peace and self-acceptance. As you tell your stories, you're not just preserving the past, you're making sense of it. This act of narrative creation improves well-being and life satisfaction. Arthur rediscovered his own value. He was the author of a life well lived. Arthur's story is not unique, it's a journey many of us face. We live rich lives, full of moments that deserve to be remembered and wisdom that deserves to be shared. In the quiet after a career or raising a family, we can feel invisible, but your story matters now more than ever. You don't need to be a great writer or have a dramatic life. The beauty of your story is in its authenticity and the small details only you can provide. These are the treasures that make up your legacy and connect generations. So here's your invitation. Start today. Pick one memory, your first job, the day you met your partner, a holiday you'll never forget. Write it down, record it, or call a loved one and share it. Your life is unique and unrepeatable. Your story is a testament to your journey, a legacy only you can leave. It's never too late to start sharing it. The world is waiting to hear it.